Steve Eunice here, supermanhomepage.com at the 2018 Superman celebration. We're out in front of the Super Museum, and I'm here with these two fine gentlemen who I'll get to introduce themselves. They're part of the new fan film that's just been released, Superman World War. I'll get you guys to introduce yourselves.
I am Kevin Caliber. I play Superman in the film.
And I'm Donald Callahan. I'm the director, writer, and producer of Superman World War.
Fantastic. Now, I've just literally come out from one of the viewings of Superman World, and it goes for about an hour.
Yep.
And for a fan film, I was really impressed with some of the quality of the film. I mean, you get different levels of fan films, as you guys probably know, but you can see in this the passion and the dedication that you guys put into making this the best it could be.
Thank you.
What kind of restrictions, from your point of view, did you really face as far as, budget's always an issue with fan films, of course you don't get too much of a backing, but what kind of restrictions did you find were the biggest hurdles that you faced in creating this film?
Well, I think honestly the only biggest issue was the visual effects, because obviously, in Hollywood you're always, seeing the best, lifting cars up with no problem and all that. I mean, we couldn't even do that. So it's like in the writing process, as much as I wanted to go for an hour and a half with extra, flying scenes and, doing like, that lifting the car from Actions 1 and everything, it was just not in our budget. And it was just fun being myself and my father, who helps executive produce. So, but besides that, we still had the advantage of taking the 40s, which still is a hard task, because without the costumes and without the locations, you can't have a 40s movie. But fortunately, though, me and my dad have dug into St. Louis, finding the best locations, and even to going to these costume shops, and even just meeting some of the nicest people ever, just letting us using their locations. And it's just the community of St. Louis and independent films could have not been more supportive with our decision of how we're going about this.
Cool. Now, you play Superman in the movie. When you were told that you were getting the part, or being part of the process of having to play the role of Superman, the challenges of having the physical look, I mean, you're obviously in shape, but what did you find the hardest part about playing Superman? Was it a physicality thing? Was it getting into the character of playing both Clark and Superman? How did you find that challenge?
Well, there's it's a pretty loaded question there.
It's
all good. We could break it down. I had the opportunity to play. I started off playing Superman in the first season of Supergirl on CBS. And to be fitted for the suit, and then it's just you get so excited to play something like that. I mean, it's iconic, it's once in a lifetime, and it was a little bit of a tease whenever we see what actually ended up making the screen, because we filmed a lot on that set.
Oh, wow.
We really did. We filmed a lot. Glenn Winters was the director of it, and he's such a Superman fan that he was. We're just getting creative on set, and so it was a little bit of a tease and a letdown to see what came out. But the opportunity to work with Donald here, because we had shot another film together, and he said he was ready to do a feature film. And whenever he said that, I said, "Oh yeah, you got a role in it for me?" He said, "Oh, I got a role in it for you." And I said, "Oh, what's that?" And then he told me, and I said, "Oh wow, your first feature film. It's very ambitious to do a comic, to do an action, to do anything with effects." And then he told me it was going to be World War II era, and now you're getting into period piece, and it's such an ambitious project to do as a fan film and as a first project that it took me a little bit. I told him I had to think about it, and I did check out his team. Kevin Eaton was another gentleman that he had on his DP that ended up playing Metallo in the film as well. He was one that I had also worked with. They shot some test footage, and I saw what they were doing. I saw the direction that they were taking it, and they weren't holding back. It's whenever you get into the costuming and all that, it's I knew that it was legit. And I was working remotely out of Los Angeles. They were sending the costume back and forth. I would do all of my table reads. Every rehearsal was done via Skype, so we really pulled it together.
Wow.
And then so it wasn't even until the first day that I was on set that I actually met these people in person. Actually, wasn't sure about it, But me and Donald, we developed the character together.
Yeah.
He made his notes. It was funny. Kept saying, got to put that voice a little higher whenever you're doing, the Clark. And I naturally go deep. So my anger, he's like, you're going a little too Batman there. You can't go there. So it was fun to kind of find that middle ground, but to play that 40s era, it was really great. And just have the opportunity to do that. It was trying to make it my own. I wasn't trying to impersonate any other Superman that has already existed, which is tough. You know it. We've all quoted these lines, so to do it, you want to make it your own while still staying true to what it is. And then that's what's good is that we went far enough back because everybody's been so modern for so long that we were able to go far enough back and actually get something that almost felt original, like it was more of like an origin. He wasn't super strong. He wasn't invincible. You see him, he's getting hit.
Struggling.
He's actually putting up a fight here, and then there's those moments of that you actually want to believe that it's a real fight. You know, it's a real villain is what makes a real hero. Otherwise, if you have no enemies, then what's the point? So we really tried to do that to make it like it really was something, and you see him develop as a superhero.
Cool. Now, where can fans see this movie? What are the release schedules? I know you're saying it might be released online, possibly like spring next year.
Right. Yeah. What we're trying to do now is, like, a couple months ago we did the world premiere in St. Louis with the friends and family that helped in the cast and crew with everything they did. Then even too, this is our second showing here in Metropolis for the Superman celebration. 80 years of celebrating with the Superman, and then 40 years of them, doing the celebration. So I want to try to do a few more showings locally and everything, and maybe try to tap into some of the film circuits. That way, film festival circuits. That way we can build some credibility with the film and kind of let them know, hey, this ain't just an ordinary fan film done in the backyard. We want to show them, hey, this is what Superman is, back to his own roots. And then once we get through all the circuits and everything, and by like the end of next year, by the end of this year, or beginning of next year, I want to do online screening for YouTube or Vimeo, because everybody's been asking about it, and it's always like a tease for a little bit of everything. But you go online, you see all the behind the scenes and all the good stuff too. So we're always trying to put out as much content as possible before we show the actual film.
Okay. Well, there you have it, guys. Just seen the film, as I said. I really enjoyed the Super Duper Superboy of Company K song at the end in the credits. Wait till you see that, it's awesome. And the bloopers at the end, I think they're online, so check that out.
Yes, they are.
The website, Facebook page, tell us quickly where we can find that.
You can find Supermen World War on Facebook at Supermen World War fan page, and then you also get attached to the link at www.djcfilms with the Z at the end at wix.com/Supermen World War, and we also have an Instagram at Supermen World War.
There you have it. Thank you, guys. Really appreciate you taking time out to talk to the Superman homepage today here at the Superman celebration. It's been awesome meeting you guys, and congratulations on the film again.
Hey, thanks, Steve.
Thanks for having us, man.
Yes.
We really appreciate it. Thanks for coming out.
Thank you.